Hi, it's Irie. Today I'm going to be covering how to draw hair. The first thing that I do whenever I draw hair is I find the vortex of the head. What I mean by this is you're going to find that one spot on the head where the hair grows out from, and that is the vortex. So whichever position your head is in, find where the vortex would be. Makes it easier, then put a little dot and tell yourself that's where it is. Once you've done this, you can then start to draw the hair from this point. You don't always have to start from this point, but if you're struggling, this can be a very, very good way to tell yourself that that's where the hair grows out from, that's where it's going to come out from. Next thing you need to know is that you shouldn't be doing individual strands everywhere. What I mean by this is that hair likes to bundle together and create a more full looking shape. Now, we've talked about shapes before in my last video. Shapes are very essential when it comes to art. Just like we did with the face, simplifying certain areas of the hair and the bundles of the hair into simpler shapes is going to help you out a lot, and that's exactly what I do, and you can see that. The more strands there are, the more thick the hair is going to look. So whichever style you're going for, just keep that in mind. If there's lots of strands, the hair is going to look very thin, whereas if there isn't, it's going to look very full and thick. Some people like adding more strands and making it look more detailed. I personally don't really like making the hair look very thin and detailed and all that kind of stuff. I like when it looks very blocked out, thick, full, and just wavy and flowy in different types of shapes. And that's, as you can see, what I do here. The more chaotic parts of the hair are going to be the parts that stick out, either towards the face or outwards from the face. This is for tidy hairstyles. So if you don't want the tidy looking hair, create more chaotic strands all across the hair. Whilst we're talking about shapes, I also want to talk about the big, medium, small theory. Some people may have already heard about this, the fact that our brains like to defy things and find it more attractive and interesting in a piece of art when there's different sizes and mediums. As you can see in the bangs, I have separated it into medium, small and big sizes, and this will make the hair look more visually interesting. You need to remember that hair grows outwards. So no matter what type of hair you're drawing, what kind of texture the hair is, it always will grow outwards. No kind of gravity involved when hair grows, right? So the question you need to ask yourself is, would it make sense for this section of hair to be cut in this length? Does it make sense that this piece of hair looks this type of way on this part of the head? Something you need to do if you want your hair on your characters to look more attractive, visually pleasing, to add volume. If that circle sits on the head, you don't want the hair to be flat on that circle. As you can see in all the demonstrations I've made, it will always start from the vortex, but then it will ascend a little bit upwards, and then it will go down again. Taking it completely off the circle, I'm adding volume. Take it up and off the line of the skull. Another very crucial point is that you need to know where the hairline is and where it starts. So if you haven't noticed already, so my sketches, if I'm unsure where the hairline will start, I will draw it in. And then when I go to put the hair on the front of the head, this sketch for example, or the one before, start from where the hairline guide is that I've drawn, I will go down from there. The tip I would give you if you're unsure how long the front strands should be, really depends on the type of hairstyle you're giving the character. However, the eyes and ears will always be aligned, so the ears start where the eyes end. It's the kind of idea, right? That's where the line is across the face. So unless I'm deliberately trying to make the hair fall in front of the eyes, I will always do it a little bit above the eyebrows. It's also good to mention that a rule of thumb that I do when I'm drawing my own hair is that it's okay to have 80% of the hair be simple and minimal shapes. You will see me do a lot of straight lines, jagged lines, curved lines. It's how I really map out the hair and the shape of the hair. Those jaggedy, curly looking lines. And I feel like that's what makes the hair look interesting for me personally. Look at a piece, if the hair is very distinct with the shapes or the lines, I will like the way it looks. It's all about flow for me. For everyone else, it might be different. It just really depends on your art style and how you want to draw the hair. If you want it to be flat, if you want it to be short, if you want it to be thin, thick, curly, wavy, all that kind of stuff. Don't forget that you can also flip your canvas to see if it looks anatomically correct, if it just looks off. You can erase lines, do it again, see how it looks, have fun with it. That's the whole point, right? It's supposed to look flowy, fun. With the style that I draw, I like to make my hair look very clean and tidy. You won't see me add a lot of lines everywhere and make it very detailed. Again, this is really up to preference. So if you're not adding too many complicated looking lines and individual strands, if you're adding volume, you know where the hairline is, simplifying everything into those minimal shapes, and you will really get it down. That's about it. That's it. That's all you need to know about drawing hair, the very simplest steps of drawing hair. Really hope this helped. My next video will be up on Monday. See you guys then.